Hello, crossroads, which is another interesting magical beings. I was walking around my place, giving myself just that nice afternoon moment because I have been busy, and at the same time thinking about the House of Witchcraft, thinking about the 13 Moon Folk, and knowing that I'm not putting out content. Once my husband got hurt, which was quite serious, it was sort of a gotta slap me on the forehead moment, if y'all know what I'm talking about, where I really looked hard at my priorities and what's important. And for us, it was, we purchased this property just under 2 years ago here outside of Charleston. I'm on the edge of the Stono River on the Sea Islands, the Low Country, all this history that, I've been a part of since I was 17. I'm 61 now. I met my husband here. We've been together for 32 years, traveled around a bit, and when we decided, we're empty nesters and that, one move close to the grandbaby and all these life decisions, he retired, and that we wanted to have a piece of property where we could share our love of, let me do a little change of scenery here for y'all. That's my front yard right there, but a place where we could share it. This will be the gathering space where people will be able to host small, intimate events. And this is my backyard that, if you look in the far distance, is the graveyard. As you can tell on some of it, you can see where I am getting ready to paint, where I have been painting. And there's the new trellis that was just built, our pergola. Here's the other pergola that we just finished building. I just finished landscaping it and realizing all that I was doing, like, where's my magic? And I realized my magic's right here. I just finished painting the trellis here, which is out to the front of the property, and landscaping it. And there I chose wisteria and gardenia. On the other side over there, I decided that I was going to make a lover's romantical energy type flower bed. So I put beautiful rose bush, lavender, and rosemary. Very simple combination, but a very sensual combination. My magic is what I do every day. And I want you to think about what you're doing and your everyday. I'm sitting here holding my phone up, so y'all gonna have to give me a second. I gotta shift my arm over because some days my arms don't work too good. And that's what I've been doing. All right. I love making social media content. Being a part of the YouTube community these past 5 years, I have learned so much from both content creators and people who've been gracious enough to leave things in my comments and give me a different perspective, or even at times just to challenge me and be like, Taryn, maybe you need to look at it different. And I really hope that in areas that I needed to, I did. Where I did see, and I think I have changed, I have grown so much these past 5 years because of my involvement in social media, in becoming a content creator, and in having a community of really, really amazing crossroads, which is another interesting magical beings that I can now call friends, that I now dance around the bonfire with, the family connections, magical family, my moon brothers and sisters. I'm just so grateful for it all. But at the same time, everything has a season, life goes on, and allowing those seasons to happen. Like I was showing you earlier, we moved out here. We have beautiful 5 acres. We came on site knowing that we had bought a run down, not run to run down, but girlfriend, she needs some work, all right. Electrical, plumbing, painting, building an addition, getting a short-term rental, getting the gathering space. This all used to have horse stalls in it and was dirt, and we had to put concrete down. We just finished with the trellis and the 2 pergolas. While I'm doing landscaping out in the back there and trying to really want my landscaping to be this wonderful reflection of low country, where I'm trying to stay to some native areas, native plants, and at the same time to do a little magic and witchcraft, and to make sure that I have got plants, their energies, their vibes working in my favor, working in favor of folks who come on site. And this is become, where this is my priority. This is also where I make money at. you know, I don't make money in the magic community. I actually have a job, all right. And my husband, a job, a pension. I don't need, all right. I am grateful for what I've gotten. I have been very mindful about how I use that. You've heard it, for those know me, where if there's any money, if there's an opportunity to make a donation, the House of Witchcraft always does try to do so. I very much believe about putting back into my community. I think that we should be giving more than we're taking. And over the years, I've had to make my own personal moral decisions because of standing in that crossroads of Southern conjure that has very heavy hoodoo roots, and my own, learning better to do better awareness, where I have stumbled. I, didn't quite understand that just because you've been invited in doesn't mean you can invite everybody else, so to speak, with, very simplistic, and over the years learning where to truly give my honor, reverence, and respect, where to make sure that, before I lay any claims to any type of a community, I've done given to that community. I have some sort of, what I don't want to say relationship, but I have a deep understanding, appreciation, and I have given my offering, so to speak, before I ever say things out loud, before I ever do anything. And on a local level, my experience has been a lot different than it has been on, social media content. Because you see the cute white lady, I'd like to say cute, pretty, beautiful, older woman, and I do talk about the hoodoo influence, how it's, even a part of my life today. I mean, I was just at the grocery store, and I want y'all to know, the lady up in the deli, she's Gullah, and her folk are from, John's Island before it got gentrified and everything else. And she said, with the order, and I picked up on the cadence and what she said, and, and I asked, I was like, are you Gullah? And she smiled at me, and I was like, I just love, I'm shaking. I just love the cadence of it. I can hear it. So to speak, and immediately it was a different conversation, and we had a back and forth, and, that I'm here on the edge of old wide awake, that I'm down from Miss Peggy's house. Miss Peggy is a very well-known, beautiful, older black woman. I don't know how old she is. She's somewhere between 60 and 120, but she's just gorgeous. She has that energy around her. And I met her, actually. I'm not going to get all into this. I'll be sitting on a front porch, and y'all need to bring at least an iced tea, if not a cocktail. But I know Miss Peggy and have been developing a relationship with her over the past year, and she has just been so kind to me. She also knows Papa Nico, who is my godfather. So there's this whole association that, if you're a part of it, you're a part of it. You don't even look for it, and it's there. And then when you step outside of that and try to talk to folk who don't understand it, it just don't make sense. And, when I first came out of, Florence, South Carolina, I lived there for a long time, and I was on here and taught y'all my thumb. And you can hear it in the background. Actually, that's my husband grading the road. Welcome to country life. Because we need to have our road. We have that dirt road out front, and we need to have he grades it. And learning to have the words, and also learning that not all stories are mine to tell. Just because Miss Peggy's telling me all these really cool things, just because Papa tells me things, just because the lady at the grocery store told me some cool stuff too, I don't carry the right to tell that story. I can hold the story, and if you sit in close company with me, I may tell it to you. But when it comes to putting it out as a content creator, that ain't my story to tell. And really learning in that area, and also learning within the alphabet community, the LGBTQ. Did I get all the letters? I'm missing a letter. The alphabet mafia folk. How to be a good ally to that. Now the House of Witchcraft can do that. And these are things that are very important to me, more so than putting out a video, keeping my content, or trying to sell a service, because I'm hoping rent's due. And my hustle, my morals, and my money are in the same pocket, and I'm being spiritual while I'm selling you shit. Yeah, I ain't got all those problems in my life, and I know where my priorities are. And magic is with me all the time. I stand in front of my altar at night, and I smile, because I have a sense that I did good. I'm also 61 years old. It took a while to get here. And I want y'all, as I'm sitting here showing things to you, remember, every overnight success is 10 years in the making. It just don't happen. It's a lot of hard work, and that's what I'm doing now. And I'm putting my magic and my energy into the dirt I stand on, because I know if I do it, it will nourish me in return. And how important that is. And so I'm going to end this, and then I'm going to put some pictures that I took when I was walking around. It's springtime here, and it's absolutely beautiful on the back end, so I hope y'all enjoy. And I just want y'all to know I am definitely thinking about you. And I know I'm not returning comments, and it's sometimes 3 weeks later I reply. Again, this is where my energies are, and this is my season to plant the foundations of the storybook barn, and I'm doing it with a lot of sweat equity. So I want y'all to get out there. I want y'all to fly those brooms. Have a bright, blessed day. And as always, amen, blessed be, ashe, and a bobo.